Amara smoothed the hem of her royal blue dress as she waited alone at the corner table. The fabric clung awkwardly to her knees, and the two untouched wine glasses in front of her seemed to mock her. One meant for her, the other for the man who was supposed to meet her. Each time her gaze drifted to them, she felt the sting of not belonging. She tapped the black screen of her phone again, though no new messages appeared. Evan had promised he'd be on time, promised he would handle everything. Yet here she was, a knot tightening in her stomach with only 5 crumpled dollars in her purse. The server approached, polite but insistent. "Miss, may I take a card to hold the table?" "Just policy, we've had walkouts recently." Amara swallowed hard. "My guest will be here any moment. He said he's covering everything." The server hesitated, then forced a professional smile. "Of course. I'll check back shortly." Her chest burned with shame. She had no card with a balance, only that $5 bill meant for bus fare. Just hours ago, she had returned an envelope containing $3,000 she had found in a jacket while ironing, money she could have pocketed without anyone knowing. Instead, she had placed it quietly on her employer's desk. The gesture was met not with gratitude, but with fewer overtime hours. By the time she wired funds to her mother and paid her brother's school fees, all she had left was that wrinkled bill. At a nearby table, Marcus Leon, her billionaire employer, lowered his menu. He had come to meet a client but froze when he noticed Amara. There she was, dressed in the same shade of blue as his suit, her posture collapsing with every passing second. He leaned back, silent, watching. The restaurant door opened and Evan finally arrived, swaggering in with his gray jacket unbuttoned and his hair slicked back. Without apology, he slid into the seat across from her. "Hope you weren't waiting long," he said casually. "Just a few minutes," Amara replied. Forcing a thin smile, he flipped open the menu and laughed. "Wow, prices here are insane. You picked this place?" Her eyes widened. "You suggested it." Right, he muttered, waving over the server. "Sparkling water for me." The server cleared his throat. "Sir, we'll still need a card before service begins." Evan smirked. "Ladies first." Heat rushed to Amara's face. Her fingers trembled as she opened her purse and pulled out the single crumpled bill. "This is all I have." Evan's laugh rang out, loud enough for the nearby diners to turn. $5? That's what you brought to a place like this? Unbelievable." His voice carried, sharp with mockery. "What were you thinking? You're on a maid's salary and you dragged me here?" Amara's throat closed, her eyes burning as the whispers spread around the room. Amara dabbed the corner of her eye, pretending the sting was nothing. "I didn't," she whispered. Evan leaned back, his voice slicing through her quiet denial. "What? You thought I was going to pay for some luxury show? You can't even cover bread." His laugh was sharp, cruel. "Honestly, I should have known. Look at you." Her hands trembled as she clutched her purse. "I told you I don't have—" He cut her off again, mocking. "Don't tell me you scrub floors or something." "Oh wait, maybe you do. A maid, right? That explains it." The word hit her like a slap. The floor manager appeared beside their table, tone clipped and professional. "Excuse me, ma'am, sir. Without a valid card, we'll need to release the table. Policy." Amara's lips parted, her voice cracking. "Then I'll go. I don't want to cause trouble." Her chair scraped back as she rose, humiliation burning across her skin, her breaths short and sharp. And then another chair moved, a steady scrape against the floor. Every head turned. Marcus Leon stood. His royal blue suit caught the warm light, his face carved into calm control. His voice carried easily across the room. "That won't be necessary." Amara froze. Her eyes darted up, horrified recognition washing over her. Marcus, her employer. The last man she wanted to see her like this. "Sir," she began, her voice breaking, but Marcus's gaze held hers, unflinching, steady, anchoring her in the middle of the storm. The restaurant went still. Even the clink of glasses stopped. Amara stood rigid, clutching her purse to her chest, tears threatening to spill. Evan blinked, then smirked, his arrogance returning. "Oh, so you know her. That explains a lot. Figures she works for you. You're really going to save your maid in front of everyone?" Amara flinched. The word maid hung in the air like poison. Marcus stepped forward, calm but unyielding. "She's not just a maid. She's Amara, and she is my guest." The floor manager shifted uneasily. "Sir, our policy requires—" Marcus cut him off, slipping a black card from his wallet and placing it firmly in the man's hand. His eyes were ice. Place any hold you need on this. Then apologize to her. She's the one who deserves it. The manager swallowed hard, turning to Amara. Miss, I apologize. I should not have spoken the way I did. Amara lowered her gaze, her voice trembling. It's fine. No, Marcus said sharply. It's not fine. You don't apologize for being humiliated. They apologize for humiliating you. Whispers rippled through the restaurant, diners shifting in their seats as the tension deepened. Evan leaned back, smugness painted across his face. Wow, he drawled, loud enough for everyone to hear. You're really grandstanding over this? She's broke, man. Look at her. She came with $5, $5. And you're going to pretend she belongs here? Marcus's jaw tightened. He leaned forward slightly, his voice sharp and unyielding. You want to talk about money? Fine. Let's talk about integrity. The room hushed. This afternoon, Marcus continued, she found $3,000 in my jacket. Cash, no record, no witnesses. She could have taken it and no one would have ever known. His voice cut through the silence. Do you know what she did? Every eye fixed on him. She placed it back on my desk without a word. That's who she is. That kind of honesty is worth more than every cheap insult you've thrown tonight. And you? You tried to reduce her to $5. Amara's lips trembled as she lifted her hand to her mouth, tears spilling free. Evan's smirk wavered. That's it, come on. She's playing you. Marcus's gaze dropped to the phone on the table, its small red light glowing. His eyes narrowed. Delete the recording. The diners turned toward Evan's phone. His smug mask faltered. He stammered. Marcus's voice sliced through the air. Delete it, now. 2 security staff appeared, arms folded, their silent presence unmistakable. Under their gaze, Evan cursed and fumbled with his phone until the red light blinked out. Shoving it into his pocket, he pushed his chair back with a harsh screech. Enjoy your charity project, he spat, his face blotched with anger. She's all yours. He stormed out, the door slamming behind him. A collective breath released across the dining room. Marcus turned to Amara, his voice softened now. Sit. Her body trembled as every eye remained on her. They're staring, she whispered. Let them, Marcus said firmly. His tone carried a weight that steadied her. They're not staring at shame anymore. They're staring at what respect looks like. Slowly, Amara sank back into her chair. The waiter approached with hesitation. Shall I take your order, sir? Marcus didn't glance at the menu. Bring her something simple. Not for show, something she'll enjoy. When the plate arrived, it was roast chicken with vegetables, plain but warm. Amara picked up her fork with trembling hands. The room still buzzing with the aftershock of what had just unfolded. You didn't have to do this, Amara whispered, her voice breaking. Yes, I did, Marcus replied, his eyes steady on hers. Because you gave me honesty when no one was looking. Tonight I gave you dignity when everyone was. Her tears spilled freely, but this time a trembling smile broke through them. The next morning, Marcus stood in his office while Amara hovered uncertainly near the door in her crisp uniform. The HR director, Lucia, shifted uncomfortably under his sharp gaze. Her overtime was cut without cause, Marcus said, his tone hard. Restore it with back pay. Lucia hesitated. Sir, that's unusual. And enroll her in evening classes, Marcus cut in, unyielding. Hospitality management, bookkeeping, whatever she chooses. Full tuition. Effective immediately, the director faltered. That's, Marcus's eyes narrowed. So was what she did yesterday. Handle it, Lucia nodded quickly. Yes, sir. Amara's breath caught in her chest. Why would you do this? She asked softly. Marcus turned toward her, his voice gentler now. Because no one who shows that kind of honesty should ever have to walk into a restaurant and be humiliated over $5. No more scraping by, no more shame. Her lips quivered. I'll pay it back one day. Every cent. He shook his head. This isn't debt. It's justice, and it's yours. Tears blurred her vision as she whispered, Thank you. Don't thank me, Marcus said firmly. Just remember it and pay it forward when it's your turn.